Who needs a timer anyway? What are we talking about? Welcome out. KoJack's live. We've got a good cast of characters going on here. Thanks for checking us out, everybody. I'm Chase Menendez, GM here at KoJack's. We put together a really good lineup for this week. This is going to be a fantastic week here. We've got a 5 on the button game, but we did juice it up a little bit. We've got a $500 to $1,000 buy-in with a 70% match the stack. So this is going to be excellent. We're going to see a lot of action. We're going to see some chips flying around. Now, these players have been playing since about 6:15, thereabouts, kind of getting a feel for the table, getting a feel for each other. So we're picking up here in the action. And we are about to start. And we've got Mr. Blasto out there in seat number 1, fan favorite. Mike Svoboda, also a fan favorite, a regular on these 5 on the button streets. We got Mr. Jason here returning once again in seat number 5. Mike Moyer in seat number 6. Ronnie in seat number 8, joining us from our 1-2 games. And we've also got Mr. AK coming through in seat 9 and Chris Moss in seat number 10. Now, I've got a couple of 4-figure stacks out here already. Mike already at 1,500. Mr. Rudy joining us as well with 900 in his stack, right near that 4-figure mark. Mr. Blasto just shy of that number as well at 922. And then Chris Moss at 1069. So going to be a good game here. Let's go ahead and get to the action while it's setting up. Hey, there's me. And we've got Mr. Joey in the box, getting ready to shuffle things up and go. I'm looking forward to this game, I think, more than most. This is going to be a fantastic, fantastic game. Good lineup of characters, great dealer in the box, and, of course, our IT guru, Mr. Chris, sitting back here, my co-pilot, co-host, whatever you want to call it, Mr. Gwyn himself. In the booth. He's going to be tapping me on the shoulders, telling me which hands to look out for here in the near future. This is going to be a lot of fun. Checking the camera angles, a little behind the scenes peek. And we do have a couple of events coming up. That high roller, August 28th, $20,000 guaranteed. And one of the things that we're doing here is we are tracking players' time at the table. The top 10 players in time at the table will win an entry to a horse race to get a seat for the high roller. And we did our first horse race today. Big Mo, Chase Morales, won that one. So he's got a seat locked up for the high roller. Miss Carrie Shaver also got a seat to the high roller by turning $12 in a pony race into a seat on the horse race and winning that horse race and getting a seat to the high roller too. So we're going to be doing a lot of high roller things, a lot of ways to get seats at that high roller. And we're going to be giving away another seat, tracking the time at the table. The top 10 players from today through Thursday are going to be getting a seat as well. Through Wednesday, I mean. So we're going to be doing that horse race before the high roller even begins. So make sure to get out here. If you've been playing at the tables, you may be eligible for that horse race, and you may get a seat. A couple of queens out there this time. Chris Moss with the ace quisha. Got the ace queen of clubs. Mr. Blasto here with the queen jack of hearts. We did change his name to Mr. Blasto, put some respect on it. And it looks like Mr. Moss chowing down on a Snickers bar. Love to see it. A lot of clubs out there. Mike Svoboda with the King 5 suited. Mike Moyer with the 10-3 suited. And Mr. Ronnie with the Jack of clubs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clubs already out there. I got a feeling. Oh, wait, there's an 8th, AK with the 4 of clubs. I got a feeling this is not going to be a club heavy board. I'm just putting that out there. Let's see what happens, though. And we are 3 ways to the flop. Mike playing the suited king. Chris with the suited ace queen. And Mr. Blasto with the queen jack of hearts. And that board does have 2 clubs on it. I am eating my words right now. Chris with the nut flush draw. And Mike S., Mr. Svoboda with the king high flush draw. This could get expensive. Mr. Blasto here looking for a 10 to pick up a straight or running hearts for that flush. Everybody coming along for $15. We're already up to 95 in the pot. That jack pairs Mr. Blasto's hand. He's got the best hand so far. A 6 would give Mike the low end of the straight. And that would actually be the best hand. Board pairs with an 8 of diamonds, though. Blasto getting the check mark here with the pair of jacks. Mr. Moss checking. Blasto not going for any value here. And he's going to take her down, taking the first pot of the live stream down. And stacking some chips here. 65 in profit out of that $95 pot. Now, Svoboda is widely known for his chip stacking abilities. That is always fun to see. In fact, one time he was he was winning a lot at a huge tower. He stacks his chips in 40 stacks instead of 20 stacks, so they're twice as tall, but he was 3 layers tall. And that was just an absolute tower. People from across the room taking pictures of that chip stack. Really, really funny to see. Mr. Joey here, dealing out hand number 2. Putting some lightning out there, putting some stank on those cards. Disaster was averted on hand number 1. We did not see the nut flush versus the second nut flush tangle. But here we go, Jason with the queens. $420 in his stack. Going to bet out to $20. Raising it up, leaving $400 behind. AK with the 9-10 offsuit. Going to play that one. Chris with some suited gappers playing that. And Rudy with the 8-9 offsuit. Mike S with another suited king. $100 in the pot. We are 5 ways to the flop. Jack 6-5 with 2 hearts. Or sorry, two diamonds. Chris with the flush draw. AK with the backdoor better flush draw. And Jason with the backdoor best flush draw. Need some running diamonds for any of those flushes to hit. Rudy needs a 7 for the straight. AK throws his hand away. He's out of there. And Mr. Moss looks like he's going to raise from $40 to $100. Jason's hand is best here. Not a super scary board. Jason does decide to continue. He's got the overpair. A deuce, a very blank card, comes out on the turn. Jason's still best. Now a 2-1 favorite. And he's throwing a couple more chips in the middle. It looks like Hundy. 90. 90 is going to be the bet here. I think. Yeah, tough to see those graphics sometimes. And an 8 of hearts comes off on the river. Chris with 2 pair here. And Jason all in. Oh, no. Mr. Moss with the 2 pair. Lucky river. And you can see it on his face. Neither player happy about that one. But Chris a little less unhappy. Stacking chips on this. And Jason with just a bad run out here. Chris with a pair and a flush draw. A decent amount of equity all the way through. Spikes it on the river. Mr. AK calculating the odds for that to happen. He looks disgusted. And now Joey shuffling up more heat. Jason going away from the table for now. Hopefully heading off to the prize machine to reload. Get a couple more dollars in there. And here we go. Hand number 3 coming at you already. Welcome to KoJack's Live. I am Chase. We are in Midland, Texas, doing a 5 on the button game. Got our high roller coming up, so we wanted to celebrate that. Rudy with the King 5. Mike Moyer with the Ace Quisha this time. Raising it up to $15. Ronnie with the offsuit connectors here. Going to come along. See what the flop brings. AK with the suited ace. Says $15 sounds about right. And Mr. Blasto with the Queen 7 coming out as well. 60 in the middle, 4 ways to the flop. And that flop is all black. King 5-4, 2 clubs. Moyer with the backdoor Broadway here. AK looking for a wheel draw. Everybody checks. Nobody wants to represent the king. Mike Moyer, too early a position to lead out here. And Ronnie with the pair of fives actually has the most equity. He does have the best hand right now, and he's going to bet his pair. Third pair. AK out of there, not going to chase the wheel. And everybody else folds too. Ronnie going to take down that pot. And the button moves. We are on to hand number 4 already. These are flying by. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope y'all are having a good time. We got some good things in the works. Our end of summer series is coming up. We're starting September 1st, not next week, but the week after. We're going to be doing a whole week of free rolls. That is going to be really exciting. Monday, we're juicing up our guarantee on our normal free roll with a $2,000 guarantee, popping that all the way up to $5K. And we're going to be doing all kinds of crazy free rolls. In fact, a crazy pineapple free roll is in the mix. And we are also going to be doing a main event free roll with a $20,000 guarantee, all leading up to the finale. The final game. Now Mike Svoboda with the 4-deuce offsuit. The dirtier diaper does make a pair of deuces. And that's going to be the best hand right now. Rudy and AK both with Jack-9 offsuit. Mr. Blasto with the Queen Jack. A king comes out. Blasto up and down here. AK and Rudy looking for a queen to make their straights. But Mike not going to come along with the pair of twos. That was the best hand, actually. Putting that one right in the muck. AK out of there as well. Mr. Blasto taking her down. And the button moves to Mr. Rudy in seat number 4. And we are having a good time here. We've got 2 full 1-2 tables on the main room. About to open a third. We've got a good couple of players on the list. And we've got a lot of action out there. Got that Fortune 4 running right now, too. The window from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. has about 45 minutes left on it. We got a couple players with 2 on the board, 3 on the board for Mr. Duplantis. Chris Moss looking down at the 10-9 offsuit, raising it up to 15. Mr. Blasto with the pocket 7s. And he throws his money in the pot as quickly as can be. And Mike Svoboda, 100% VPIP thereabouts. Only 75%. Sorry. Only 75%. He's playing just about everything he can get his hands on. Rudy 3-betting with the Jack-9 suited on the button. I like that play. Good aggressive play. Setting himself up for a bluff on a later street, or perhaps taking somebody to Value Town if he smashes the flop. Mr. Blasto with the pocket 7s getting out of there, afraid of a bigger pair. And Rudy smiling like he knows what just happened. Checking his hand one more time. Yep, it was a bluff. It was a bluff indeed. And now we've got a dealer change going on. Mr. Jason coming on in, a.k.a. Tattoo. And he will be getting these hands out here. Don't forget about that Fortune 4 jackpot. We're up to $10,000. Way more than $2,000. We're up to $10,600 in that prize pool. That is sure to hit. We've actually hit it twice in the past 7 days. One of those times in a 4-hour window. Of course, the other one in a 6-hour window. We're opening at 2 p.m. daily, Monday through Sunday. And every day of the week, we've got an extra 2 hours on that first window, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., and then 8 p.m. to midnight, midnight to 4 a.m., and 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Those are the windows. At the end of each window, we are adding $100 to the prize. It looks like we're shuffling up a bomb pot here. 2 boards, 4 cards, $5 in the middle from everybody. And here we go. First board is out. King, Queen, 10 on that one. Oh, that's a $10 bomb pot. I don't know why I said $5. We do a $5 bomb pot on our 1-2 tables. Ace, Queen, 8 on the second board. 2 diamonds on the bottom there. A lot of Broadway cards. This is a heavy flop. Very high value cards right there. AK with 2 hearts in his hand. Flush draw on the top board. Mr. Blasto with the pocket 4s. Looks to be doing pretty decently, actually, with the selection of cards in everybody else's hand. Rudy with a pair of aces. And a deuce runs out on the end there. Queen, Queen, Jack, 8, ace on the bottom. And Mike Moyer, Queen's full and 2 pair. Looks like it might be a scooper. Nobody's bet so far. We've only got 70 in the middle. Moyer's going to pot it. Ronnie's going to fold it. Pair of kings no good. AK looking at his options. Pair of jacks no good. Chris thinking about it. Nope. Pair of jacks no good. Blasto out of there. Svoboda out of there. Rudy folds face up. And that'll do it. Mr. Moyer picking up $70 the easy way. Check, 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 pot. I'll be honest with you. Some of those bomb pots are usually a little more exciting than that one. Hey, we got Megan in the chat. Megan saying, dang all this poker stream rules with a Z. That's how cool she is. Anytime you spell words with a Z at the end, that just means you're a cool person. Same thing with starting words off with the letter K. That's always a lot of fun. Like KoJack's, for example, starts off with the letter K. What a cool word. Yeah, Ronnie with the king 6 out of there. AK with the queen 4 suited. Going to play that one. Mr. Blasto with the queen deuce not suited. Out of there. Mike Svoboda with the ace 10 suited. Rudy, second best ace 10. The offsuit variety. Going to raise it up, though, to $30. And that should thin the field a little bit. Mike Svoboda undeterred. Flop comes out with a lot of diamonds on there. Mike Svoboda feeling pretty good about that one. Queen 4-8. 1 heart. AK with the best pair right now. And there's a 10 of hearts. 2 flush draws out there. AK gunning for the queen high heart flush. Mike S gunning for the ace high diamond flush. And Rudy with a pair of 10s. He does have the ace of hearts, potentially setting up a bluff on a later street, but Mike's $60 raise is going to get him out of that hand. AK makes a call for 30 more. Red card on the river. It's a diamond. Mike S with the nut flush. AK just a pair of queens and a pair of fours. He is going to check. And that'll do it. Mike asking about the nut flush, getting him on the board. For the Fortune 4, that is one of the 4 hands that you need to win the jackpot. The ace high flush with the ace in your hand. And he's got it. He is on the board. And Mr. Jason checking things out here. Getting ready for the next one. Looks like Mr. Moyer chowing down back there. By the way, we've got a fully functioning snack bar going on too. Got Mr. Jaime and Mr. Ricky in the kitchen. Making up pizzas, making up taquitos, making up Frito pies, nachos. We got all kinds of stuff back there. And they are good at making it. We got burgers too. We got chicken patties, chicken nuggets, if bird is the word. All kinds of good stuff. And get some egg rolls in there. AK coming along with the Queen 4 offsuit. Chris with the 8-5, raising it up. I like this aggressive play. Hasn't really played too many hands so far. Mike Moyer with the ace king, the big slick, re-raising to 90. And does Chris come along or does he surrender? Realizing he stepped in it. Eight five going in the muck. Rudy with the king deuce. Bringing the action. Throwing in some calling chips right there. That's what I like to see. Rudy looking for a lot of hearts here. Oh, and an ace comes out. A lot of spades instead. That might slow Moyer down. And Rudy checks. I think Moyer announces bet. That's enough for Rudy to fold. And that'll do it there. On to the next one. I'm going to have to ask AK after this stream what kind of watch that is. Very cool skeleton dial looking. Let's see the balance spring, balance wheel, whatever it's called in there. Kind of working when the light hits it just right. That's a neat watch. Mr. Jason pitching out those cards with lightning ease. There's lead floor Corey in the background. And Chris, first to act, King 3, the K-Tray. I do like that hand just because it rhymes, if you say it like that, the K-Tray. And it looks like he's thinking about it. Nah, he folds. We got the Cowboys game going on right now on that TV. Mr. Blasto with the 10-6. Oh, thought he was playing that. And Mike Svoboda raising it up to $10 with the pocket sevens. AK with the pocket trays. King, Jack, 10, 2 clubs on the flop. Mike is going to check. That is a scary board. And becomes even scarier with that 10 on the turn. AK unafraid, though. He's going to bet, and he's going to take it down with the pocket threes. That is what we call a position bet. Corey with a notepad, a bunch of chips in his hand. Looks like he might be doing a horse race for that high roller. And Mike S. with the 9 to 5, the old Dolly Parton. Rudy with the K10. Honestly, one of the underrated hands of poker. Chris with the 9-6 or the 6-9. Queen 9-3 out on the board. Chris with a pair of 9s, just barely out-kicking Mike S.'s hand. Rudy looking for a jack for a straight. Couple of diamonds out there. There is one jack that Rudy doesn't want to see. Chris bets $25 with the best hand. Mike going to call. Pair of 9s. Rudy on board as well. Still looking for a jack for Rudy. Checks around. That 10 comes off on the river, but it is a 10 of spades. Mike Svoboda picking up the flush, betting $25. $50, sorry, into a pot of $135. Chris Moss with the pair of 9s has to decide, does he believe that Mike has the flush? He shows the 6. And Svoboda does show a slightly worse hand. Slightly worse hole cards, I should say. Much better hand. And here we go off to hand number 11. A prime number hand if I've ever seen one. You know what that means. Big action. Svoboda with the Queen Jack, Rudy with the 8-7, AK with the Ace-10, and Mr. Blasto with the Ace Jack. This time suited. He is on the button. Definitely going to be raising that up. Yep, looks like $20. Mike going to call? Rudy going to call? AK throwing in some more money. Just juicing the pot. $80 in the middle. Yeah, a couple of square pieces of pizza in the background. King 7 deuce, 2 spades. AK holding the ace of spades. Nobody with a king, though. Rudy with the best hand right now. The pair of 7s gets better with a 4 on the turn. Not the most blank card, but still pretty blank. Can't expect 5-6 to be in a hand like that. AK out of there. The Ace-10. Mr. Blasto out of there, and so is Mike. Rudy taking down another pot. Bluffing with the best hand. Turns over one of the cards. Maybe it's a 7. Showing it off. Saying, I had you the whole way. We are KoJack's in Midland. Thanks for checking us out, everybody. Having a good old time watching some poker here. We've got a 5 on the button live stream game. Super exciting stuff. It is Friday night. Let me know what kind of plans everybody has. Make this your pregame routine. We have just recently switched over from Thursday nights now to Friday nights. We've got tournaments running almost every day of the week except Friday. So what better day to put a live stream on than Friday afternoon, Friday evening? Ronnie with the Queen Jack, and to raise it up here. It looks like 25 in the middle. AK with the 10-8. Chris with the 3 deuce. Mr. Blasto with the 10-5. And I hear Corey on the microphone over there doing a horse race. Jack deuce deuce on the flop. Ronnie with a pair of jacks. Mike still with a pair of 9s. Both players with 2 pair. And Ronnie betting $50 with his top pair. And Mike folds. Ronnie taking down that pot, picking up 75 in profit. It's been a little while. We've got about 12 hands under our belts. Take a look at these VPIP numbers here. Mike playing just about anything he can get his hands on, 72%. I can't remember what hands he folded. Probably 2-3, 2-4. Rudy playing 63%, AK tying that number. Ronnie down to just 9%. Got to bump those numbers up, bud. Get into the double digits. That should be a requirement. Mr. Blasto, 45%. Chris at 45%. A pretty wide range of VPIPs out here. Rudy with the Queen 10. Mr. Blasto with the mystery hand. Let's see if I can guess what it is. King 5-4. Well, I'm pretty sure it's losing to Chris's hand, the 5-4. Offsuit, flopping 2 pair. Mike is up and down, though. Mr. Blasto could be playing a king. And Chris does bet $15. Mr. Blasto out of there. Definitely not playing a king. A deuce comes out. Mike makes a straight. Chris not dead yet. He could get to a boat. Any 5, any 4 will do it. Down to just 4 outs, though. And Mike betting 75. Raising on top of the $30 bet. Chris going to check his cards here. 2 pair. On a board like that, literally 1 straight. 6-3. Very well disguised. Chris might be wondering if he's up against a better 2 pair. Maybe a set of 4s, set of 5s, both of which he's blocking. Could be a set of deuces. $15 bet on the flop. Chris does make the call here. He is behind and out of position. A 3 comes off. Not going to be good enough for Chris to make his full house. But does put 4 to a straight on the board. If Mike was betting with a straight draw, he could have just got there. Mike bets 100. Scary board. Can't see Chris calling here. It looks like he does want to fold. Sure does. Throw those cards in the muck. Mike not betting like it was a flush draw. Mike and Blasto, you may not know this, sitting right next to each other, are pretty good poker buddies. A lot of times we're running these live streams. They'll play on the table sitting right next to each other. A lot of times we're not running these live streams. If they're both in the room, usually sitting at the same table, having a good time, cutting up and carrying on. Rebel Poker in the chat. What's going on with those big eyes? How are you, sir? We have moved our live stream to Friday nights. Megan in the chat saying she's team Mike M, team Santa. Rebel Poker saying the game looks like it's already about to break. No, sir, not indeed. Now, this game is going to be going on for a good couple of hours. We've got 7 players right now. We're just playing a little shorter than we normally do. A lot of players out of town, playing different events. No sound. Can you hear me? It looks like my audio levels are working just fine on my end. Let me check and see. Yeah, it indeed appears as though everything is working. Leave me a comment if you can hear me. A little clickety clack on the keyboard. Still can't. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Let me see if in the settings there is something going on here. Try your speakers. Have you tried the reset button? Could be an IT guy here. Yeah, it looks like everything's working on my end. Dang. Okay, I got a laughy face. Uh-oh. I can't tell if you're laughing at my bad jokes, which means you can hear me. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to do a backing track here from now on. Megan is watching on Facebook. She says she's got sound. I wonder if it's a problem with our YouTube streaming. Got a couple more viewers from YouTube. Let me know if you can hear anything. What's a reset button, says Rebel Poker. Who knows? These days, everything is either on or on standby. Hey, Thomas Bowden in the chat. What's going on, Tom? Tom says he can hear. Okay, well, I'm going to stop troubleshooting here. And we got a weird situation here where the players are running it twice. Now that's what happens when I miss out on the action. Looks like Mr. Tech is coming in. Megan says she's watching from the HEB meat aisle with a ghost emoji. Haunted cows lurk where you are. Moses in the chat. Hola, mi compadres. Hear you loud and clear. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for checking in, my friend. I don't know what's going on here with the audio. Maybe our compression is just too good. And here we go. We are off to another hand. Hand number 16 coming at you. Double eights. Got a dealer change going on. Mr. Tech taking over the box. He's going to be jumping on in. Let's talk about this big play Saturday. Reese is very proud of the name that he gave to that tournament. The big play Saturday from 3 p.m. on. Megan saying could be a Pied Piper situation. It absolutely could be. But not this tournament. That is not a Pied Piper situation. This is just a good name for a tournament. $7,500 guaranteed. That's a good guarantee for a tournament. 3 p.m., good time to start. $360 entry. And we do a $100 add-on at the end of registration. Also a good thing. A good add-on at a good time. And we do have a $20 bonus chip offer. Come in, pay $20, get some extra chips to go along with it. And here we are in the bomb pot. First board is Jack 9-8. We are doing bomb pots on this one. 10-5 deuce. A lot of spades out there. All right, graphics are going to be catching up here. Getting ready to show off the hands. Chris with the queen of spades. Mr. Blasto with the six of spades. Neither player holding two spades, though. Still no flush draws as these graphics catch up. Yeah, a couple of open folds even. Not facing a bet. Oh, Rudy bet $50 with the ace, queen, 10, 7. Good wrap on that bottom board there. And Mike, 8-8-4 Trey. 9 on the top, ace on the bottom. Switch that for the graphics. And Rudy has the option. Everybody checks over to him. Oh, Rudy already has the straight to the jack. Straight to the queen, actually. And the nut flush draw. He's got that one board locked up. But has a 0% chance. Because Chris already has a full... No, doesn't have a full house. Mike has the full house. 8's full of 9s. And we got a little repot action here. And everybody folds to Mike's big bet. He's going to take that one down. Scooper. Second bomb pot in a row that we've seen scoop in action. All right, Tech dealing out hand number 17. This one, back to 2 cards. back to Hold'em. The insanity will die down for just a short time. All right, Chris with the jacks, Blasto with the sevens, Mike with the ace-10, AK with the 10-9. Flopping up and down here for AK. Pair of jacks still best, though, right now. Chris is going to bet it. Blasto's going to call it. Mike going to fold it. AK probably going to call it. Can't see him raising here, though he is on the button. Oh, Blasto with the pocket sevens, a set of sevens is best. He raised it to 110. Chris standing up here. Wants to get a bird's eye view of the action. AK goes all in for just 60 more than the bet. Chris folding. Getting out of there with the jacks. The overpair can lose to so many hands. And Mr. Blasto makes the call. AK hoping for running spades. Looking for a jack or a 6. Jack of spades has been folded, as has the jack of hearts. There's a 5 on the turn and a 5 on the river. That's the first board going to Mr. Blasto. Ace on the turn and a 4 on the river. That one also goes to Mr. Blasto. And the third board coming out. A king and a 9. King of spades giving AK a little bit of life. And that 9 taketh away. All right. That'll do it right there. Mr. AK going off to reload, hopefully. Looks like he made his way back there. To the money dispensing machine. Hopefully everybody's Friday night is going all right. We're having a good time over here. I hope you are too. If anybody's got any big plans, put them in the chat. Let me know what you got going on. Mr. Blasto with the pocket 3s under the gun. I'm going to go set mining. Got his pickaxe in hand, ready to go. Sergio in the chat saying, Rudy. Yes, indeed. We do have Mr. Rudy in-house. Or as he likes to be called, Mr. Champion Rudy. Rudy taking down a pretty big tournament. Pretty big deal. Out in Austin. Title of that tournament was the Mega Monster. He was the champion at the Austin Lodge. Not but a few weeks ago. Has it been that long? Maybe just a week ago. And there in the background, one of our delicious pies coming out. A pepperoni pizza made to order. And there's Miss Carrie. Possibly coming on in to watch the action, see how things are developing. Thanks again for checking us out, everybody. We are having a good time with this 5 on the button. We're doing a 70% match the stack. Mr. AK has rejoined the table. Mike with the King Jack, the house hand, the KJ. Mr. Rudy with the dirty diaper. The 3 deuce, the opposite of the house hand. Ronnie looking down at Big Slick, the old ace king. Just calls. Good sneaky play. Usually you want to juice that up. Try to put some money in the pot. It looks like Mike doing it for everyone. Mike Svoboda. Let me let the graphics catch up here before I... Wait a second. Ronnie raises to $20. Mike Svoboda goes all in after a couple of players call. Ronnie out of there with the ace king. And Mike's aggression may take this pot down with the King Jack. Mr. Blasto's pocket 6s. Oh, it's ace ace. That's what happened. We had a card read error. It does look like we're running it. There was a call somewhere. Mike with the kind of smile only pocket aces holding up can bring you. Either win a little bit or lose a lot. And another board. We're running it twice. We'll get a look at those cards here in a moment. And it looks like AK was on the other side of that one. I can tell by the brim of his hat. And it looks like AK wins. Scooper de duper. Okay, stacking up those newly found chips. And with his new buy, he is in the money. All right, Mr. Moore throwing those cards away. Mr. Ronnie throwing those cards away. Rudy now with the ace king. And Mr. Blasto with the 5 deuce. Mike Svoboda, a suited queen, king high flop. Rudy with top pair, top kicker. Rudy bets 15 rather. And Svoboda going to throw it away. Rudy picks up $10 out of that pot. Smaller pot. The ace king does hold. Stacking chips. Good way to play. Even if it's not the biggest pot in the world. And I hear Corey on the microphone again. That means we're doing another horse race. Filling up those seats. We got that high roller coming up. $20,000 guaranteed in the prize pool. And Chris with the 9-4, Rudy with the 9-5. Just barely outkicked. Both players missed the flop. Rudy does have position. Chris going to check his option. No, he bets 15. And Rudy folds. Chris picks up $15 out of that pot. Chris with a little chip roll. Always like to see that. I like the chip tricks. Let me know in the chat, what is your favorite chip trick? I've been working on the one where you hold 3 in your hand, you peel off the middle one out from underneath, and then spin it around and stick it back in. That's a pretty fun one. I'm not very good at it, though. I've dropped the chips far more than half the time at this point, but a little practice will get you there. Chris with the 10-7, Mr. Blasto with the King 3 suited, and Mike Svoboda with the Queen Jack suited. A lot of clubs out there once again. Clubs are common clubs. And AK now with the AK. Just making a smooth call. Flop is 10-7 deuce. Chris with 2 pair. Chris bets 15s. Svoboda makes the call. So does AK. Pot's up to $90. So 9 of hearts on there. Let's see if that slows the action down. Chris with the 2 pair, undeterred by the possible flush coming in. Bets 40, it looks like. 35. Mike's out of there, and so is AK. Chris is like, nah, I don't have the flush. And we are shuffling them up again. Sergio Brown says his favorite trick is making the chips disappear. Yeah, I can do that too. I've become adept at that trick. A lot of hard work, a lot of practice. And we've got a straddle for 10 out there right now. That means Mr. Blasto was first to act. That means Mr. Ronnie is last to act pre-flop. Mike with the mystery hand this time. Mr. Moyer here with the 9-8 suited. Calling Rudy's raise. I wasn't quick enough to see what Ronnie threw away. All 10s on the flop. Rudy might be best. Mike does have the mystery hand. He checks. It's exactly what a player with quads would do. Rudy bets. And Rudy takes it. I got monochrome flops when you have all one suit. It says mono value flop. One number the whole time through. Frank Espino in the chat says he likes the one where I throw a chip and get 100 back. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't learned that one yet. It looks like we've got a walk. First walk of the night. Maybe it was a misdeal. First misdeal of the night also. Thanks for checking us out, everybody. We've got a whole new schedule going on for our weekly tournaments. $5,000 guaranteed. $200 buy-ins for each of these 3 tournaments. Tuesday's the PLO tournament. Wednesday's the Big O tournament. Thursday, the Hold'em tournament, being replaced by the High Roller for this Thursday. Make sure to come out and play that one. $1,200 buy-in, $20,000 guarantee. We're going to be doing horse races all week for seats. And the top 10 players with the most time at the table will be entered into a horse race for a spot on that tournament. Look at this, Mike making Broadway with the Ace King. That'll put him on the board. If it gets to showdown, he will win this hand. The other player's drawing dead, but AK betting out 50. He's got the bottom end of the straight. This is going to be fireworks here. Moyer raising it up. Good sneaky call by Mike Moyer on the pre-flop street. AK thinking about what is he going to do here. Another $125 to make the call. 320 in the pot already. Decent pot odds. He's already got a straight. He's got to wonder, does he figure his opponent with the higher straight? Is he holding Ace King? Or is it a heart draw? Maybe a spade draw. AK folds, makes the right fold, getting out of there, avoiding disaster. Mike shows the ace of spades. Keep him guessing. Was it a flush draw? Good card to reveal. Look, AK trying to make the determination there, trying to figure it out. I'm wondering if his dummy end of the straight was best. He'll see it when he watches this live stream. And we know that he made the right fold. And we got a couple of calls here. AK throwing it away. Mike Moyer out of there, cracking up. Mr. Blasto with the ace-queen. Smooth call. Svoboda, smooth call. I think Ronnie raises it up with the ace-5 here. Oh, Rudy raised it up with the king-8 suited. Good suited king in middle position. Gets 3 callers. King 3-5. Suited king takes the lead. Mike S., the only player holding a club. Mr. Blasto whiffing all of that. Ronnie, the pre-flop aggressor, going to bet 40, and Rudy makes the call. There's a 10 on the turn. Rudy's still best. 10 of hearts. No flush draw for Rudy. River's a deuce. Ronnie just barely missing the wheel. Check, check on the river. And there we go, off to the next one. Looks like we've got another familiar face joining the table here. Coach showing up. Rereading Frank Espino's comments, saying he likes the trick where he throws a chip and gets 100 back. I think I've assisted you with that trick once or twice in my lifetime. It was one time I was short stacked. I think I had King Jack or King Queen or something like that. I maybe had 20 big blinds or something in a cash game, so I just ripped it on the pre-flop. Frank looks down at his cards, looks back up and says, all right, I'll call. He happened to have pocket aces. He was like, I got lucky there, buddy. But nah, that is all skill, my friend. Queen 3-3 on this flop here. Coach, newcomer to the table with the ace-8, is ahead, and he's going to bet. Mr. Blasto's out of there. He folds. And we are shuffling up hand number 27. We got Dak Prescott on the TV. Everybody having a good time on Friday night. Watching them Cowboys. And it looks like we've got a straddle out there with some white chips. Rudy straddling to 10. And he looks down at the Jack 3 suited. The old straddle special right there. And Rudy with a pair of jacks takes her down. And number 27 on the books. It looks like Mr. Tom joining us here. Always a good time. Frank saying he remembers that hand. That was pretty funny. Yeah, what a wild night. That was right after that. I switched tables, got up, took a walk, got some more money, whatever. Switched tables. I got ace king twice in 3 hands. Both times a boat came out for the opponent, and I lost everything twice in a row right after that. All right, AK with the Jack 9, running with the suited king. Mike S with the ace 7, flopping top pair. Mike shows the ace, takes down the pot. And that'll do it. On to hand number 29. Here we go. A couple of new players at the table. Mike Moyer looking down at Queen 10 suited. Under the gun, borderline hand. Mike decides to raise it up. Hey, Walter in the chat. 2 thumbs up, my friend. Chris with the 2s. The Ducks. Mr. Blasto with the 10s. This hand is getting spicy already. Everybody just calls 15, though. 120 in the middle. AK with the 4 deuce. 8 ways to the flop. Almost everybody in. 9-8-5. Tom with a pair of 8s. Mike looking for a jack. Tom bets out with his pair of 8s. Chris out of there. Mr. Blasto probably going to call this one with the overpair. See what happens on the turn. And he does fold. Rudy with the pair of 9s. Now the best hand. And Mike gets out of there. Not chasing any gutter balls today. Board pairs with a 5. Tom checks. Rudy checks. 7 on the river. Tom makes a straight. Gets the check mark. Goes check, check on the river. Tom takes her down. 160 in profit out of that one. Frank saying, I probably didn't have the ace of spades. Yes. That is probably true. Actually, I think you had the ace of spades, probably. Always go all in with the ace of spades. That's the lesson that we learned on that day. And here we go, another $10 bomb pot. We are doing bomb pots on this table today. We're keeping it wild. We got a new dealer in the box, Miss Bree, one of my favorite dealers. Cowboys off to a good start also. I won't spoil the score. Cowboys doing well. I am originally from New Orleans. Makes me a Saints fan by blood. It appears as though the Cowboys are playing against the Atlanta Falcons, the rival of the Saints, my least favorite team in the whole NFL. So it's good the Cowboys are off to a good start. Off to a good middle. Looks like we're close to halftime. All right, letting the graphics catch up here a little bit. These bomb pots are very processor intensive. A lot of cards about to come out. 4 in everybody's hand. 2 boards. And a lot of folds. Coach making a pot-sized bet. 8-4 tray on one of those boards. Ace, King, 10 on the other one. 2 diamonds on the bottom. 2 spades on the top. Chris holding a whole lot of diamonds, betting $80. Chris is the player betting the pot. Rudy makes the call. He's got a set of 8s. Tom with the pocket kings also making the call. deuce of hearts, and another spade. A 5, maybe? Eight of spades. Rudy with set. Can he get to boat? Boat is the question. He's losing to Tom's set on the top board there. Ronnie with the straight already. Rudy wants that board to pair, but he does not want the case king. Rudy betting $330. Ronnie with a straight puts it in. Chris with a pair and the nut flush draw on the top. Also a Broadway draw. And a wheel draw. I guess a 6-high straight would play if a 5 hits. Omar Cruz in the chat saying, yo, what is up, Omar? Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Chris chuckling to himself while he pieces out what to do with this decision. Got our first 4-figure pot of the night, and it is a bomb pot. 1,120 in the middle. Rudy makes a call for 50 more. And it may be a chop. 9 of hearts on the top board and a 9 on the bottom board. No board pairs. That means Rudy's set of 8s is good on one of the boards. Ronnie's straight is good on the other board. And that is a chop. Omar Cruz saying this is awesome. Glad to hear it, man. Thanks for checking us out. Always nice to have a fan in the chat. Omar saying he always looks forward to watching our commentary. We do appreciate it, my friend. You are the reason we put these streams out for you, the viewer. We have moved our live streams now officially, regularly on Friday nights. We are having a good time doing all of it. Having a good time watching some 5 on the button. Hitting the Gertie right now, Omar. And we're going to take a quick commentary break here, but we will be back. And we are back just in time to see Ronnie scoop a pot with Broadway. Coach with the top pair. Coach looking like he's having a hard time laying this one down, actually. Oh, and it's actually Coach betting 75. I misread the graphics. Omar saying, don't do it, Coach. He did already. He is committed to that $75, and Ronnie raising it up. Ronnie getting rowdy. And he does fold. Coach is out of there. Ronnie picking up a juicy pot. 5-5-5 in the middle. Omar saying, damn, not again, Coach. He'll get him back. These are very resilient players here. Omar saying, go ahead and Coach. I was like, Coach, maybe adding on here. Looks like he is away from the table. Could be going to that money printer. And what do I spy but a couple of Benjamins on the table? And a double straddle. First time we've seen that all night. Mr. Blasto with the pocket sixes. This game is heating up. Now is about time for that at 8:30 p.m. The sun has... Actually, I don't know if it's gone down all the way. There was a time that I used to go outside. Now I'm stuck in the audio booth all day waiting for Friday so I can commentate a live stream. Omar saying Coach needs to chill out, but he loves the aggressiveness. I like the aggression too. 10-9-8 on the flop. Ronnie with the top end of that straight, flopping the joint. Not on lock yet. But 68% equity, 7 ways. That is a high number right there. Ronnie on the button, doing the betting. Coach out of there. Not going to play around. Chasing a jack or a 6. Chris does have a jack, though. He is up and down. Chris very stylishly putting chips in the middle. I like that chip flick right there at the beginning. AK with the 8-5. A pair of 8s. Backdoor flush draw. Going to make the call. Tom out of there with just ace high. 320 in the middle. These pots are blowing up. A deuce. Brick right there on the turn. AK thinking about what options he has available and decides to choose the check option. Ronnie shuffling some chips there. Looks like Tree Hundo. About a pot-sized bet there. Omar saying, get out of there, AK. Yeah, especially with that 2 of hearts on there. AK drawn absolutely dead. Chris up and down straight draw. Does decide to fold. AK with the pair of 8s. And a very cool watch. Folds. And Tom doing some dance moves, I guess. I guess you could call it that. Omar saying just disgusted, shaking his head at AK, but he gets out of there. Omar approves. Bree in the box, pitching heat. Chris with the queen 9, AK with the pocket 10s. Ham in the chat. Ham with his signature move, calling all bets. I like it. Flop is 875. How you been, Ham? How's work going, buddy? Coach with 2 pair here up against AK's over pair. Our 10 out of 10. Coach raising it up, just piling money in there. Chris afraid. He runs out. I'm saying he's headed offshore now. Very cool. Another 8. Coach fills up. 8's full is good enough to qualify for the Fortune 4. AK checks. AK bets 100, actually. Coach going all in. Ham, good luck offshore, my friend. You in the Gulf of America? Or are you going up to Alaska? Omar saying, Coach is scary to play with, not going to lie. NGL, I agree. Especially when Coach gets cards. And turning a boat with the 8-5, that's something you never expect. And AK in the blender here with the overpair. It is a scary board. A lot of straights come home on the flop. AK got to wonder, did he flop a straight? So got a better overpair. Maybe he's up against jacks. AK shows the cards, but has not made a decision yet. Trying to get a read on his opponent. Omar, I think you'd agree with me. Tough to read, Coach. Justin saying, yes, indeed, in the Gulf of America. Well, good luck out there, buddy. If you need a place to stay, my parents are in Mississippi. Give me a holler. I mean, not, when you're offshore, obviously. I'm sure you got living arrangements taken care of already for that part. Coach taking it down with that all-in bet. Another 4-figure pot, 1,155 in the middle. And Coach will take it down, 305 in profit. Omar. Yeah, very true. Omar pointing out if the river was a 10, mind blown. That would be absolute madness. Eight's full versus 10's full. And Bree shuffling lightning fast. Hey, Justin saying next time I go to visit, I should stop in Baton Rouge. Yeah, man, I would love that. I would very much enjoy that. It has been a minute since I've been out that way, but I'm trying to get out there. Maybe sometime in November. We'll see what happens. Ronnie looking down at the Cowboys. Omar saying she's cold with them cards. Yeah, man, she is cold decking some fools. And Chris with the aces. Oh, no. Omar calling him like he sees him. That is cold indeed. Running the kings into aces. And Ronnie really thinking this decision through. Omar calling it like he sees it again. Poor Ronnie. Gonna 4-bet to 280, and Chris absolutely salivating. Just makes the call. This is going to be all in very soon. Ronnie flopping a king. And he checks his option over to Chris. Chris has no idea what's in store for him. I expect a hearty bet. And there it is. $250 is the bet. Ronnie snap jams over the top. $8 on the turn. No help to Chris, who needs an ace. There's a $6 on the river, and that'll do it. Absolutely disgusting. Ronnie with a set of kings. And that hand is good enough to qualify for the Fortune 4 jackpot. Mr. Ronnie gets on the board with a set of kings. Hey, Briggs in the chat, my brother. Stopping in just in time to see one of the most disgusting coolers I've seen in a long time. Omar saying F in the chat for Chris. Oh, man, that was... I need a shower. That was gross. Briggs, how's life, my man? Hope all is well over there. Hey, Ham, next time I go visit my family, I'm going to take my brother to Baton Rouge. We'll play some poker. The three of us. We'll cut up. We'll call every hand. We'll see what happens. Let the cards fall where they may. Frank Espino actually literally vomiting right now. And Bree on to the next one. Is it me or is it just cold in here? Cold deck. Briggs, glad to hear it, man. Glad all is well. Chris with the K2. Climbing the summit. Throwing it in the middle. It looks like we got to walk. Yeah, we need to cool down after that one. That one was too much heat. Yeah, let's spin it up on this one here. Now, we've had a second to breathe after that hand. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see. We got a straddle on. Mr. Rudy making that straddle. And I'm going to take another quick break right quick. And I will be right back. All right, I am back. I am refreshed. Some hands are just too gross. You got to take a lap, check things out. And that's exactly what happened just now. All right, we got a new dealer in the box. Miss Yvonne coming on in. Shuffling it up, getting ready for a bomb pot. All right, here we go. 8 players. Wait, 9 players. Hold on. Last bomb pot did get spicy. I think this one's going to get pretty caliente. King 8-6 on the top. Ace Jack Deuce on the bottom. Checks a couple of times. And I do spy a bet. Letting the graphics catch up a little bit. Chris Moss in the chat. How about those aces versus kings? Dude, that was the grossest thing I have seen in a while. Probably ever. That was wild. All right. right, AK with the AK for this one. Got a pair of aces on top, pair of kings on the bottom. Mike holding the nut spade draw. Our IT guru slash karaoke extraordinaire over here making up some songs. Check, 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 check around. It sounds better when he sings it, trust me. King 7 for AK on the top. Another club comes off. Chris with the only club draw of the 4 remaining hands. Checks around again. Check, check, check. Ace of hearts on the river and the 8 of diamonds. Nobody holding a flush. AK with the AK. Looks like it checks around again. Chris and AK going to chop the top or bottom on the graphics. Now they're just going to chop it up. Chris with the aces and 8s on both of them. No. AK with the ace and king on the other one. Chris Moss saying he knew Ronnie had it when he raised cold deck. Yeah, buddy, we were just talking about that, how some dealers deal heat. Bree was dealing coldness, just ice cold. All right, Miss Yvonne shuffling up another one. Back to 2 cards. Hand number 40 already. Been having a good time streaming here for almost 2 hours. Ronnie with the suited ace 4, going to raise it up to $15. Mike with the queen 9, Chris with the jack 5, Rudy 3-betting with the pocket 7s. $265 in the middle, and there's a 7 on the flop. Set of 7s is good enough to qualify for that Fortune 4. Rudy bets 50. Chris makes the call. Looking for a 4. Or a 9 now. Chris goes all in. And Rudy makes the snap call. Wow, and just 2 4s left in the deck, 2 9s left in the deck. Chris is drawn slim. And a 7 comes off on the river. Rudy makes quads. A king on the second river. And Rudy shows the quads. And Mr. Chris was at about 400 and change there. And he gets up from the table, maybe going to reload. Or maybe not. Saw him in the chat. Omar saying, no, Chris. Mind blown emojis. Yeah. Poor Chris, man. Just Omar saying big F in the chat for Chris. Yeah. Cold deck indeed. Sometimes the cards just don't go your way. Sometimes you run like I do. Brick saying another cooler. That is the coolest cooler. Poor guy. Even with the dealer change, the deck did not like Chris Moss. Omar saying, bro, quads of 7. That's the jackpot hand, if you ask me. That is crazy, man. That is absolutely wild. And we are shuffling up hand number 41. I think 41 is a prime number. And Tom with the ace jack offsuit under the gun. Raising up to $40. That'll get a good couple of folds. Looks like Ronnie and Coach are out of there. Mike's out of there. Rudy with the ace 5 might get spicy with it. Does decide to come along. He's got the ace of spades. Should have gone all in. Omar saying R.I.P. for the homie Chris. Yes, indeed. I got a feeling he'll be back. Maybe not today. Both players flopping top pair. Rudy behind. Needs another spade. That 3 giving him life. Looking for a 4, a 3, or any spade. Six will chop. A queen will chop. Queen will not chop. Takes me a minute when you got 13 outs. There's the 7. 13 is too many outs for Rudy. Tom gets the check mark. Tom throwing out a bet of 50, 75. Rudy makes the call, shows the ace confidently, but it is second best. Tom taking down $200 in profit. And here we go, hand number 42. This one not a prime number. Ace on ace, violence. Ronnie now with the pocket 7s. We've already seen quads with the sevens. Let's see what happens this time. AK with the queen 10. Mike with the 5-4. Tom with the dirty diaper, the 3-2. He's going to check his option. 8-5 deuce. 2 spades. Rudy with the wheel draw. Tom with the pair of 2s. Ronnie still best with the pair of 7s. Wait a second. Mike has a pair of 8s. That's what we call notched. Nine on the turn. Not changing too much. 6-7 does come home. Tom betting $25 with the pair of 2s. And the 7 on the river. Ronnie with the set. 7s are hitting. This is jackpot night here at KoJack's. And he shows it. Ronnie taking down 425 in the pot. And now on to hand number 43. I think that's also a prime number. It's my theory. Prime number hands get wild. Don't have a whole lot of data to support that, but it's a gut feeling. Coach with the straddle here. It's good for the game. Mr. Blasto with a 10-3, way in the muck. Mike S with 6-9, Colin. Rudy with the A-tray, Colin. AK with A7. We know what happens with 7s. Oh, and Coach in the straddle with pocket 8s. That's not bad. King 3-3. Rudy hitting trips. Triple threes. Something very symmetrical about that hand. He is going to bet $10. Good pot builder there. Coach with the pocket 8s going to come along. Svoboda folds. And a queen on the turn should shut everything down. Another overcard to Coach's pocket 8s. He's going to check. Rudy's going to bet. And that'll do it. Rudy shows 3 3s with the ace.
All right, picking up where we left off, it's going to be Robert Warsham on the button, and Mr. Mike Savoda is going to be under the gun. He's looked down at the 9 and the 5. He's going to hop out of there. AK is going to call the $5 with the Queen 6 of diamonds. Folds around to Coach. He calls a 5 with Ace 6 off, and Blasto on the button's going to check it. So we're going to see a flop of Jack 9 7. Get a check, check, and Blasto's going to check the button. You got 3 to a flush, 4 to a straight out there. Coach picked up the nut flush draw with his ace of clubs and a pair of 7s. And it looks like this pot's going to get checked around. Yeah, and everybody checks. Coach is going to pick up the pot with a pair of 7s with an ace there. Chase stepped out for just 1 second. He's running a horse race for our high roller tournament next week on August 28th on Thursday. We're doing a $120 horse race right now for a $1,200 entry into that tournament. So Chase will be back in the booth momentarily. And we're going to get a $10 straddle here from Rudy. AK is going to be first to act. AK is going to step out of the way. Fold around to Tom with the pocket deuces. He's going to raise it up. Looks like $45 to go from Tom. Button folds around to Rudy in the straddle. He's going to call with the ace 10 off. We're going heads up to a flop here. Comes king 6 deuce and Tom flopping bottom set. Unfortunately for him, Rudy doesn't have much, but he's going to check over to Tom. He bets another 45. Rudy's going to step out of the way. Tom picks up a nice pot there with a set of deuces. We're going to have Mr. AK under the gun here. He's reaching for chips, raises it up to, looks like $30 here with ace jack. Folds around to Savoda. He's going to call with 10-7, and Rudy completes from the button with the 8-9 of spades. So we're going to go 3-handed to a flop. 6-7 queen. Mike flops a pair of 7s. Rudy's up and down with the straight draw with the 8-9. A 10 could be a terrible card for Mike. I'm sure Rudy's going to peel a card here with the up and down straight draw. He might even raise if he feels Mike is weak here. And he does. He comes up with a raise to 140. AK is going to step out of the way. Mike's going to think about it for a minute. But this would be a tough call being out of position, so he's probably going to let it go. Depends on how the table talk's going. He might feel Rudy's bluffing and decide to hop in there. Turn is a jack. AK did fold. He's not in the hand. So it goes check, check. We're going to a river of a 6. Mike gets a check mark here with 7s and 6s. Looks like he checked. Rudy's reaching for chips. Bets 120. So the pot is 630. Mike's getting pretty good odds to call here, but he just might feel like he doesn't have enough to call. And he is going to lay it down, and Rudy picks up the pot with a nicely timed bluff there. Good play by Rudy. Sensing his opponent was weak, putting in a bet that looked like a value bet. After checking back, he could have rivered a 6. He could have had queen or a jack there. So nice play by Rudy, picking up the pot there with the position. Looks like we're going to have a straddle by Tom here. Mr. Mike Moyer is going to be on the button. Tom's going to come in with the $10 straddle. Ronnie's looking at the 8-9 of clubs as a pretty hand, especially he's got some chips. I'm guessing he's going to be playing this one. Looks like we got a raise here to $30 out of Ronnie. Coach is going to come along with the ace-jack. And Moyer calls on the button there with a couple of ducks in his hand, pocket deuces. We're going to see a flop of 8, 10, 5. Ronnie actually has the best hand here with the 8, with a pair of 8s with a 9 kicker. Tom led out for $50 with his pair of 8s. Ronnie's currently in the lead. Coach is going to step out of the way. And Mike is going to step out of the way. So we're going heads up to a turn card. Ronnie in position with the best hand here. But Tom does have the betting lead. Tom is going to bet out $100 here. And Ronnie's thinking this over. He's been let into twice. He doesn't know if he has the best hand or not. But he does have position on Tom. We'll see if he puts in the call or not. Just trying to figure out if he has the best hand, if Tom is on a draw, or if he's behind, if he has many outs, especially with the flush and straight draws out there, it's tough. He does step out of the way. Tom's going to pick up the pot there with the worst hand. My favorite hand, 8-6. 8-6 always wins. Tom picks up a nice $140 in profit there on that pot, and he'll also win the button. Hey, I see there Basil in the chat watching from North Korea. What's going on? And Ronnie's first to act again here. He's going to limp in for $5. Don't know the whole cards just yet. Looks like Blasto's coming in for... No, Coach raised it up here. Looks like Blasto put in the call of $20. And Mike calls. Rudy steps out of the way. Okay, now we're picking up some cards here. Okay, we're going to a flop of Ace-Jack-9. Tom is in the lead right now with Ace-King. Coach also has a pair of aces. Ronnie in there with the Broadway draw. Looks like Blasto's going to bet out $40. Tom's coming along with a call. And Ronnie's going to see a card for 40. See if he can pick up a 10 for Broadway. And Coach is coming along too, so we're going four-handed to a turn card. Ooh, and right there, Ronnie Ronnie's going to make Broadway with that card. Straight to the ace. Tom is still in there with ace king. He's thinking he might still have the best hand. He's going to check to him on the button. And he's going to put out a bet. Let's see. Tom bets 75. Ronnie comes along with a call. Looks like Coach stepped out of the way, so it's a round 2 Blasto. He's trying to decide if he can improve his hand or if he's just calling for a chop. Okay, he's going to step out of the way. And Ronnie with 97% going to the river. River card is a 4 of clubs. It's a really good card for Ronnie. Tom, a lot of times here, is still going to have the best hand. And Ronnie's going to put him to the test. He's going to bet 250. And Tom was thinking he was in the lead this whole hand, but now he's in a predicament. So he's probably just going to call here. Yeah, he puts in the call. He's going to see the bad news. And Ronnie's going to pick up a nice pot there with Broadway and get on the board for the Fortune 4. And that's my last hand in the booth. Chase is coming back in. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me.
Coach with the house hand. I am back, everybody. We got Basil watching from North Korea. Ron is coming back soon. Looking forward to it, my friend. Rebel Poker talking about that last hand. Imagine the queen on the river and everyone chops. I have seen it before. Rebel Poker also pointing out that we need table audio. Man, I agree with that. Tom betting it with the flush draw here, taking her down. Yeah, Rebel, we got some things coming, man. We've got, I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we've got some pretty big changes. Actually, I think we spoiled the surprise last time we were streaming. So I'll go ahead and talk about it again. We got a whole new setup coming. State of the art, top of the line, pristine setup here. That's going to be coming on through pretty soon. I think in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be getting everything going. Table audio. New table. New behind-the-scenes equipment. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. Mike with the 6-4, making the call. Mike M without a 6-4, making the fold. Jack 9-5 on that flop. Nobody with a piece of anything. Check, check, check. There's a 3. Mike now up and down. Coach looking for a 4 for the wheel. Instead, it's the 8. So the ace high in Coach's hand is going to take it down. I'll be honest with you, though, Rebel. I am a little bit afraid of what some of these players might say if they have mics. And we are moving on to the hand 52. We've got about a half hour left, a little more than that on this live stream. It's Friday night. Hopefully everybody stays safe. Hopefully everybody had a good time watching some poker. What'd you think about guest commentator Corey popping in here? He said he nailed it. And I only saw a couple of minutes of his commentary, but I have to agree. I think he nailed it. EC coming on in. Newcomer EC with the A7. 55 to call. Rudy's raise. But he does fold. And Tom is in this hand with the 6-4. I believe that's his favorite hand. Ace, King, 10. Rudy flopping top pair. But Tom bets 150. Rudy makes the call with the weak ace. 9 on the turn. Has Tom drawing dead. Tom's all in. And Rudy put to the test here. Rudy losing to all straights, all sets. And Tom shows the 6-4, the bluff. Mike's eyes bugged out of his head there. Our snack bar just put out a fresh batch of macadamia nut cookies. Very tasty. Rebel asking if there are any 100K plus tournaments coming up. Well, it depends on how far out in the future you're looking. On the immediate horizon, we've got our high roller tournament coming through with a $20,000 guarantee. That one always hits over the guarantee. Honestly, we could have set it at 50,000 and been just fine. That high roller always pulls in a lot of players looking to play some serious poker. $1,200 buy-in. And like I said, probably 40 to 50,000 in the prize pool. This is going to be an excellent high roller. Put together the structure. It is going to be great. A lot of room for play. Longer levels than normal. Mike with the King 4. Rudy with the 6s. Yeah, looks like Rudy's going to take that one down. On to the next. Yeah, Rebel, come out for that high roller. I think you'll be impressed. And we are on to hand number 54. Mr. Dawson over here with his long locks. Golden hair, checking the camera out. Good to see you, buddy. A little bit of a pigeon-like maneuver. Oh, no. It's 1,200 for a 20K. Starting stack. I'll have to get you I'll have to take a look at the structure. I'll send you a message on Facebook. I can't remember it offhand. Tom with the ace jack here. Ronnie with the 8-7 ace 9-3. Actually, I think if you look in the background, you may be able to see me standing around. I do seem to recall this hand. Nope, this is not the one I'm thinking of. Queen on the turn. Mike with the pair of queens. Tom still best with the pair of aces, betting 35. Rebel, I can say offhand that at the end of registration, max buys about 25 big blinds. And I want to say we're doing 30-minute levels. So it should be a real good tournament. Thursday night is when we're doing that. Yeah, like I said, 20K is pretty low estimation of the total prize pool. I really think we'll get up to about 50,000 for this one. And Rudy does have the 4-3. This is the hand that I'm remembering. Look, there's me right there 15 minutes ago. I was so young back then. Tom scratching his head. Tom bets 45. Rudy snap raises to 145. And that's what's got Tom in the blender here. And Rudy shows the 3 first. And this is me shaking Rudy's hand for winning that pot. No, I'm kidding. It's me shaking Rudy's hand because he won the horse race to that high roller tournament. Rudy put in $120 along with 9 other people. And the board ran out 4 diamonds on the horse race, and Rudy had the queen of diamonds for the highest diamond flush. And here we go for another bomb pot. Mr. Dawson dealing some heat. $80 in the middle. That is 8 players, $10 a piece. 9, 8, 10 on the flop for board number 1. Ace 4 Jack for board number 2. Let the graphics catch up here. Ronnie with a set of aces. That's got to be feeling pretty good. 2 pair on the bottom. Mike holding the case ace. EC with the king jack of clubs. Working on a flush. Would be the nut flush because we know that the ace of clubs is on the other board. Rebel saying he never wants to see jacks or pocket jacks ever again. It sounds like there's a story attached to that. EC betting out $110. With one of the boards pretty on lock, he's got the nut flush. Ronnie making the call with his set of aces. On the other board, Mike coming along, trying to get to Broadway. there's a 9 on the top, a 10 on the bottom. Scratch that for the graphics. The other way around. And that'll be a chop pot between Ronnie and Mike Svoboda. EC nut flush, no good. Ronnie with the boat. Anytime the board pairs in one of these bomb pots, that usually spells danger. Ronnie bets 670. Mike Svoboda would be chopping this pot if he calls. And he does so. He's got Broadway. And Ronnie's got the boat. Chop pot. So as we say, chop chop. And here's a look at the flyer for that high roller. August 28th, we got a 20K GTD. All the GTDs. And also come out a little bit early, 4 to 7 p.m. We've got a good celebration. One of the players actually on the table right now, Mr. Rudy Borg, won the Mega Monster in Austin. Got a couple of players that call this club their home club, and they have done very well for themselves. We want to celebrate West Texas poker, and in particular, those winning players who have done great things in poker. August 28th at 4 p.m. Come check us out. We got Chewy's doing some catering. Just come grab a bite, whether you play in that or not. Izzy with the ace-4. Mike with the 8-7. Mike S with the 9-5. Flopping 2 pair. Mike betting $15 with the 2 pair. Mike Moyer out of there. Just in time for story time. Rebel Poker says Sunday he was in a tournament with 3 hands. Heads up with Queen Jack. Flop trip jacks. Nice. Someone bets 2,400. Rebel raises to 6,400. Get called. Think he checks the turn, which was a king. The river, a 5. He jams, tank call, had him covered by only 300 chips, and he flips over pocket 5s for a boat. Oh, gross. Just disgusting. I hate that. Now you're down to 300 chips. Just not much you can do there. Not a whole lot of wiggle room. All right, this time we are 5 ways to the flop. 2 hearts on board. Ronnie with the 10 high heart draw. Rudy with the queen high heart draw. Rudy bets 100. Ronnie likely going to call here. Ronnie doing very well. Massive stack of chips in front of him. 2,875. But he does fold. Svoboda folds also. Wild card Rudy. Shows one of the cards. Not sure if it was the 4 or the queen. And here we go. Hand number 58. Got about a half hour left on this stream. Thanks everybody for checking us out on your Friday night. Hopefully you're feeling all right. Mr. Blasto with the ace-7, raising it up to 20. Tom with the 6-8. Ronnie with the jack-9. It looks like we are 3 ways to the flop here. 60 in the middle. Queen 10-3. Ronnie up and down. Mr. Blasto looking for some more diamonds. He does put out a bet of 25, just feeling out where he's at. Ronnie making a call. There's a 4 of hearts on the turn. No change to either player. Mr. Blasto betting out 55. 5 on the river. Ace high is best. Blasto gets the check mark. Check, check. And Blasto will take it down. Rebel saying on Tuesday he was in another tournament at the same casino. Final hand was heads up once again and had pocket kings. Nice. Safe 9 high flop, sure. Both jam. This time he was at risk against pocket jacks. Always a good feeling when you got kings against jacks, but turn was a jack and the river another jack. Oh man, just twisting the knife, pouring salt in the wound. Yeah, it's not enough to make a set. You got to get quads, huh? Gross. Rudy raising it up with the ace-6 this time here. Izzy calling with the ace-6 of clubs. A lot of diamonds out there this time. There's the ace of diamonds. Ronnie with the backdoor nut flush draw. No player holding spades. Rudy does have the ace of spades. Should go all in any moment now. Instead, he bets 15. And gets 3 callers. There's another spade. Rudy, go all in. Looks like a non-all-in bet, 75. And Rudy stacking chips. Gets 225 out of that pot. All right, next hand, number 60. Rudy with the jack 4. Izzy with the 4 deuce. Tom with the pocket kings. Coach with the pocket 6s comes along. Mr. Blasto with the house hand. Reverse suits. He does fold. 7, 5, 8 on the flop. Coach up and down. His conventional wisdom, flop a set or get a straight draw or get out. Tom bets 55. Let's see if Coach does look him up. There's a 3 on the turn, a 3 of hearts. No change to either player's actual hand. That 3 not going to help Tom's range. Coach in the cutoff. Flicks in the call. And a jack on the river. Coach misses, but this jack is better for Tom than it is for Coach. Coach decides Tom's image is too wild, looks him up, calls him down with the pocket 6s. And Tom gets the check mark. And he'll scoop $500 out of that pot. Rebel's saying he's going to start traveling to play some tournaments. I like it. Starting next year. It's a good way to see the country. Or check out streams and cash games. Okay, come see ours. I do believe we have a date set up. Izzy with the 9 deuce. Mike with the pocket 3s. Tom with the queen 8. Probably going to play it. Mike does raise to 25, and that will be enough to get Tom out of there. Oh, that's right. Rebels. Message. Seven, 5 deuce. All hearts. Rudy with the 10-8. 10 of hearts. Mike and Coach literally tying. Well, Rebel, good luck with the move, my friend. And the 10 on the river could give Rudy the best hand. Mike's Svoboda with the mystery hand. Rudy bets 20. The mystery hand is King Jack, the house hand. And he's out of there. Rebel saying put another 3 out there so everyone chops. Another 3 would be bad news. That would be one too many 3s. And we are coming to the end of the stream, just the last 20 minutes. Izzy with the dirty diaper, throwing it away. Mike with the ace-5 suited. Probably going to play that in the +1 spot. Tom with the pocket 6s. Ronnie with the 5 deuce. Coach with the ace-6. Queen 10 for Blasto. Svoboda out of there with the 9-4. Rudy with the king 4 in there. Hey, Daniel Hernandez asking 1-2 next week. Asking about the live stream game. I think we're going to do a 5 on the button next week. I think we'll do a 5 OTB Hold'em game. The week after that, who knows? Might be a 1-2. Rebel asking what games we have. We got your standard Hold'em. We got your basic PLO. We got Big O, a.k.a. Congress, 5-card high-low. Those are the main ones that we run. We'll do a 1-2. We do a 5 on the button. We did a 10 to 25 the other day on the button. Big O game. That's about as big as they get. Sometimes we'll do 10 on the buttons. We do pineapple and crazy pineapple as well. In fact, that's going to be on the roster of free rolls starting off September 1st. The max for 1-2 is 200. We do a $60 to $200 game for our 1-2. We do bomb pots, $5 bomb pots, but we do not allow straddles. Blind bets are okay. And our 5 on the button ranges from 300 to 800 typically. Today we're doing a 500 to 1,000, as we will do next week. And the 10 on the button or bigger games are typically uncapped. Do a full match on there. And we do a 70% match on 5 on the button. Oh, that's pretty good. Local casino does a 1-2, but it's 40 to 200. And if you get felted, you can buy in for 300. Yeah, we have been talking about changing our buy-in structure for the 1-2. We haven't made any changes yet. We may start something up in September. Yeah, we got one board here. Second board, TBD. Tom bets, and it looks like a lot of folds. Got one caller. Jack 10, 8, 3 on the other board. 3 diamonds up top. And another diamond. The queen of diamonds. I see a jack and a 9. I see 3 jacks and a 9 for Tom's hand. But Coach scoops her up. 7, 8, 9, 10 jack. That'll do a straight. And 2 pair for the other one. Coach, scary to play with. Living up to his reputation, pointed out by Omar. And we are shuffling up hand number 64. Tom with the 2 pair, the queens and the 8s. Mr. Blasto looking, trying to get to Broadway here. Izzy with the king 10, looking for a 9 or an ace. Mr. Blasto drops out. A 7 on the turn. And a jack on the river. Tom improves his 2 pair. Izzy bets 185, a healthy bet. Still 725 for Tom to call. And Tom does make the call, gets the check mark, picks up a $900 pot. And that'll do it. Picking them up, stacking chips. Rebel saying personally hates that 1-2. There's usually 1 or 2 tables, literally the same players every single day, making it difficult because everyone knows how and what you play. Yeah, that is tough. I played in Vegas one time a while ago, and it was kind of fun being an unknown quantity. Nobody knew anything about me. Took a couple of pots, won a couple of pots, stole a couple more. Had a good time doing it. Tom now with the queen 4 in the straddle. Ronnie folds. Coach looks like he calls. And we get a raise from Coach. Mr. Blasto with the ace king, smooth calling. Rudy with the 5s. Still in it to win it. Izzy out of there. $10-6 deuce on the flop. No help to the ace king. He's out of there. Coach bets 25 as the pre-flop aggressor with pocket 8s once again. A king on the turn. Mr. Blasto folded 1 street too early. 255 in the middle. And a jack of diamonds gives Mike S. the flush. And he is going to bet. Big old chunky bet, 105, about half pot. A little less. Rudy's pocket 5s here. Going into the muck sooner than later. And Coach out of there with the 8s. Mike shows the one of the cards is up, and he shows the second one. What do you say? We got time for one more hand? I say let's do it. We got our special guest, IT guru commentator here, Mr. Chris popping on in, getting a mic, getting situated.
Hello, everybody.
What'd you think about that game?
Oh, that was pretty exciting. I saw a couple of really disgusting beats in there,
Oh, man, it was wild.
but that's poker some days.
Today was that day.
Today was that day.
I want to say Bree was the dealer dealing the most cold decks, but no, I think everybody was.
It was pretty brutal all the way around.
Yeah, it sure was. Megan in the chat saying that was wild. Yep, I agree. Coach with the ace jack here. Rudy with the, what is that, dirtier diaper? 4 deuce? Cleaner diaper? I don't know.
I don't know.
Mike with the ace 5 suited.
Maybe it's a nappy.
A nappy. Mr. Moore 3-betting to $50. Should have gone all in with the ace of spades.
Every time.
Oh, man. Action flop here. Coach with top, second pair. And Moyer with the flush draw. Going to bet out 35. And this is gearing up to be yet another cooler. There's the spade. Coach looking for another jack or a queen. For full disgusting mode.
Yeah, Coach can't like this at all.
And Mike bets 120. Coach does not move a single facial muscle. Probably doesn't like it, like you said, but you can't tell by looking at him.
Yeah, this is a tough spot.
Front door spades come through. A queen is beating you. But does a queen bet 35 on the flop? Sounds like a value town type of raise.
I mean, if you're Coach here, what are you ahead of? The only thing I can really see is maybe ace king with the ace of spades.
Very good point. And he does lay it down. Coach, scary to play against, but so is Mike. And that'll do it for our live stream, everybody. We made it to 100 messages today.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! We just want to say thank you for joining us. I'm Chase. We got Chris over here. Always, 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 always awesome.
I don't know about all that, but I just do what one guy can.
What was that, 5 alwayses?
That was a lot of always.
It was a lot of always because he is the IT guru extraordinaire, really making all this stuff happen. So thanks, Chris, for always doing that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. And thanks to KoJack's for allowing this to happen.
Absolutely. We do it for all you guys out there on the other end of this broadcast. Love you guys. Give us those likes and subscribes and all that kind of jazz.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
what they say?
Smash
and
that like
subscribe.
button. Well, thanks again for checking us out, everybody. We will see you next week with another live stream. We're doing another 5 on the button, and we may even pull together a live stream for that high roller. We'll see what happens.
I bet it does.